Right, let's see if I can do anything with this time. Oh, we're fishing this margin. Let's see if we can see anything. Oh boy, no, we can't see anything. And the wind is getting stronger. So, I don't know what I'll do with that microphone. Okay, I wanted to put it there, but I can't. So it's got to go here. And if it goes there, can I see it? I see James has just joined the chat. I've had to move the camera twice now. I want to be able to read any messages, guys, and I don't want to... Hello, James. It's blowing a hoolie, mate. Tell me if you can hear the wind on the mic, please. Because if you can, I'm going to have to move it inside. I've had a tench already, mate, and it was on the first bit of testing of the video, unfortunately. So I'm literally fishing just down here. I'm going to have to be careful with this. Ah, thanks, mate. Cheers. Yeah, I do not want to knock the microphone and everything in today, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Yeah, I had a nice small tench on the test. Typical on the test. I started testing about 11:30. But yeah, mate. You've got two choices here. You can either see the margin or you can see me. I prefer if you were looking at the margins. It is blowing a hoolie. There is oh, yeah, something was there. Bait's gone. Just had a bite there and the bait's gone. Now what I'm using is fjuka today. Fjuka. And myself and James Atkins are big advocates of it. I'm using an MXC6 hook in a size 16, which is great. It's a pellet hook and it's perfect for this. So I'll just put that on. It's a bit stiffer. I dyed up a few pellets with the fjuka sensate yellow, and it dyed every pellet in the pot yellow. That's what it's supposed to do. It's very powerful. So I'm not sure how the comments work. If they come up, I can see them. Oh, wait a minute. Is that what I'm supposed to press there? Oh. Okay. Right. Live chat. All messages are visible. Right. This wasn't how I did it the other day, but yeah, today I am. We're at a public park in France. It's about 8 miles from where I live, so it's my go-to pond. And I pay €80 for the year for it. And I try to get about 52 sessions out of it, so I'm saving myself about €420 or €40. And I keep telling myself I want a new seat box, something a little bit more stable than this one. And I have to tell myself, is it worth it for 52 sessions in a year? And I've told myself yes. So I'm going to get the Decathlon 420 box, and that's because this seat goes with it and all the bits go with it. And it's their flagship matchbox, which I'm rather taken by. So I'm watching the margins here. I've got 5 mils. There we go, fish on. That's heading away. Can you see that all right, James? Now, I always go to ship to use, there isn't one on here. What I have to remember now is I have to play the fish on the whole pole. It's bizarre to say the least. This is another tench. These have been soaked in fjuka for a while now, so if I've missed saying hello to anybody, yeah, there's 2 in the room. Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is so continental, isn't it? It's a very strange sensation fishing a pole long and then having to play it on the full elastic. But then I've seen the continentals do it with massive carp. You know, 30-pound carp, and they do it the same with the Matrix Torque, which I'm now wishing I'd bought because you get a puller on the side, don't you? But this is fun for just going somewhere. Right, mate, you guys can't see this, can you? Should I play it back over here a bit? If I put the camera behind me, you might see more. I'll do that in a second. Let's concentrate on this fish. Oh, it's just weird having all that elastic out. Oh, it's a nice tench. £1.5, £2. Oh, maybe £2 maximum. It's in the net. Second tench of the day. Oh, I keep forgetting you have to ship back a bit, don't you? Right, another little slimy green one. Now, I'm just going to hold him up this way because the last one, which you didn't see, unfortunately, flapped himself about so much that he literally slid out of my hand straight into the water. So let's see if we can do this. Full of muscle, aren't they? Whoa! Keep over the net. You are not getting away from me. Oh boy, it's a male. It's so powerful. They're just coming in a breeding, aren't they? They're just full of muscle. There we go. Lovely tench. Let's hope this one makes it to the landing net, to the keep net, because last time he just fell straight back in the water. There you go, mate. Right. So that's 2 tench on fjuka in the margins. For all the naysayers that say it don't work, wow. Right, I'm looking for something. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, £4 already today. I'm not a match fisherman, but I am totally taken in by the whole match ethos of fishing. So, right, we're going back out with another white fjuka, dyed yellow. Let's get the old cloth up on the leg, because if not, that leg is... I didn't put the salopets on today. They said it was going to be warm. It's blowing a hoolie. So, right, I'm going to be very careful with a pole. It wouldn't be the first time I knocked my camera in. Like, over there. I literally had just got that phone, the Samsung S9, and I had a £6 tench, I landed it, and as I put 13-meter pole around to the left, oh no, I lie. It was the long landing net handle I had. It just went. So, oh boy, that wind is cold. I've got to do something with that elastic. I'm looking like a noddy here. I mean, I look like a noddy fishing continental. But if there's, what's the French Matrix guys? You couldn't call them noddies. And they really do catch some amazing fish. Fishing like this, you know. They don't even use a puller. They have the elastic wrapped right round the pole. It's just bizarre to watch. But that's how they've grown up, isn't it? That's, you know, continental style. Right. Pop that down there. And this has just got a little bung in the end. 2 bungs is £4 in Decathlon, and the elastic is €4 as well. Now I've got 1.2 mil elastic on this. Perfect for tension, very small carp. Right. Slide that back up. Lost my slack in the end. Yep, perfect. And this is rated for 1.6 mil elastic. Now, I've got some 1.6 mil elastic, and that is much shorter, James, than my other top kit. So I can easily put all of your matrix elastics in this top section. Well, not all of them, just the small ones. So that's good news. Right, let's get back out on the edge. Got the sniffles. It really is blowing today. Right. Micro pop. I really need some micros. Just chop them out. Broadcast them over the edge. And I'll probably give them another ball of the ground bait. That's full of, as I said, mainline. Oh, I didn't say, because that was on the test video. The ground bait today is peanut flour as a binder, crushed hemp, the Census Black hemp roach ground bait, and the 4x4 roach ground bait. All from Decathlon apart from the peanut flour. And I always buy their bags because I buy a massive bag, like 10-kilo bag, stick it in one of my storage buckets, and then I buy 1 bag black and 1 bag brown. Now unfortunately they only do the black in, I think it's 5-kilo bags, but that's not too bad if you've got a safe place to store it. Looks like we're getting some interest on the float. It's either that or it's so rough it's sinking the float. It must be 12 o'clock, just 10 past 12. I just heard the bells. The church is just up there. That's the local ville of Busak. Is this way. And that's Busak Borg. And this lake is the windiest lake I've ever been to, apart from when I went to the lake the Lake District. That was awful. And just mending that line all the time because the tow is so strong. I'm fishing a long line just in case it dries up here. I can go out in front of me. There's 2 shelves that go right round the side of the pond, There's a lot of debris down there from these older trees. The good thing about the 5mm bait is it will sit on the bottom nicely. And I'm just side hooking this. I think if I was feeder fishing, I would definitely use a bayonet. Now, I've got many different baits here, wafters, pop-ups and everything in fjuka, but I always bring naturals. Because some days, like if I'm on the feeder, I'll just keep taking the fjuka and you won't even see a bite because there's that many crayfish and catfish in here. You don't have that same problem in England, so. But here in France, we're plagued by cats and crayfish. My mate's up there, he'll be fishing maggots or pinkies, and he'll be after bream today. Right, why isn't this showing any messages? Oh, there we are. Nice pole there, mate. No, you can't see my head. If you saw my head, it is cold, but if you see my head, you can't see the water. And if I'm watching a fishing video, I don't want to see the bloke. I want to see the water. I want to see his float. Not interested in seeing the person fishing. I'm coming to watch fishing videos, not person videos. I know my mate totally disagrees with me, but for me, a fishing video is watching water. That's probably why sea fishing videos are so popular. Yeah, it's very cold, but I've got my windbreaker. It's okay sat like this though. Yeah, I moved the camera right back so you could see everything. Yeah, okay, Filipino, thanks. Yeah, I moved the camera right back there, but then I couldn't see the screen to see if it was recording, if the message, if there would be any messages. I couldn't see any of that, so I had to bring it closer, much further than it was when I was under the umbrella though. And I'm hoping there's no buzz on the microphone. Just feed up that line. There's a lot, you get a lot of, I've had 27 tench off this spot before now. So I know it gets busy down there. It's just over 60 centimeters deep on the first shelf. You go out a bit further, it's a meter plus, and then you go down again, and then it's 2 meters. But there is like a old stream bed right through the middle. They put it over here. They They stop the stream coming in at the top, and then they put it goes around the outside. Takes all the flood water away. But if you're fishing for bream and you come early in the morning and it's calm, you can see all the bream on the bloodworm just in the silt where the stream is, the stream bed. I used to fish another lake, and the guys always said to me, if you don't hit that stream bed in the middle, you won't catch anything. Well, that's not true, because I only used to fish the margins and I had plenty of carp there. No, none of the monsters, but they all used to hog the down wall. They used to take it in turns. Guy would take 4 days, then somebody else would come. Bibbies never went down. And it lasted 1 year, and the owner banned it and sold all the carp. That's another lake that's got a lot of coarse fishing. I think he got rid of all the carp, but he may have had small carp in there. I don't know, tench. A lot of the French are only interested in eating the fish when they're fishing. But if you were war ravaged for 50 years, you'd eat anything you could catch as well. That chilly. Yeah, it's about now. I wish I'd worn my salopettes. I don't think I've been here many days when it hasn't been this windy. Now we could go down, if I had another rig with me, I could go down to a size 20 with a micro on. Probably get a lot of silvers here. I know I did the other day, but I also had some really nice roach on the 5 mils. So we just got to hope that the ground bait does its trick and brings a lot of fish in. It's got Sensei and Brassum. Dynamite baits Brassum. Bream. Because I have had bream along this line as well. I've had everything here. Carp £17. Do not want a carp £17 on this pole. Thank you very much. I'll keep that for the carp pole. This is a silvers pole. That's what it says on the website. It actually says debutante's pole actually. But I just thought, you know what, I'll try it. It goes in my holdall. They do a 9.5 metre version of it. And I only weigh, well, I say only, weighs 800 grams for 9.5 metres. When you think Matrix do an 11 metre pole for that weight, it's because this last section is fiberglass. It's the same as my carp pole. The last section's fiberglass. Why they do that, I don't know. Make it cheaper, I suppose. It's either that or the weight at this end helps balance the weight at the other end. Whee! Getting blown off my box here. I've had 2 tench, so I'm happy already. Right. Cependant, j'ai live sur le vidéo. Oui, woo. Yeah, beaucoup de personnes regardent. Okay, right, just gonna.
Ça filme ça?
Oui.
On va m'entendre alors?
Oui.
Ah.
Live. Live sur YouTube.
Salut les collègues.
Hello everybody. Yeah, quiet. Your two is okay?
Hein?
Stefan is okay?
Quoi?
Stefan is okay? Le problème il a avec... pourquoi?
Avec le quad?
Ah, non, Stéphane pas travaille sur mon quad. J'ai travaillé sur mon quad.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Oui, après, ok, lundi, mardi, prochain vendredi. Ah là là, arrête, arrête, arrête.
Ouais, il est débordé, il est tout seul aussi. Hein.
Oui. So, no. Two tons.
Là?
We, premier 30 minutes. But it's tranquil pour 10 minutes plus. Yeah, tons.
Regarde, même moi, là, ça fait combien de temps? Ça fait 3 semaines? Hein. Non, 15 jours.
Uh-huh.
Il a une biellette de direction pour la Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
Et il a pas le temps de, il a dit trop débordé, j'ai pas le temps de la faire pour le moment.
Oh,
Donc moi j'attends. Hein.
oui. Wow.
J'attends qu'il me donne réponse pour me la faire.
Pour le faire?
Pour le faire.
Pour le faire.
Ouais.
Ok.
Je suis pas pressé. Dès qu'il a dès qu'il aura une place, et ben il me le dira.
J'ai nettoyé le carburéteur hier après-midi, and then replace tout. But c'est nécessaire change le tombe et le
Mais
mélange.
l'autre jour j'ai pensé à ton quad là. C'est l'essence qui arrive pas.
Oui, 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 oui.
Est-ce que tu as nettoyé le gicleur?
J'ai nettoyé le carburéteur. J'ai nettoyé le filtre,
La cuve?
oui, but it's
Mais
possiblement non le piece pour commence le engine, spark plug. J'ai pas, j'ai pas connu le
parce que
nom en France.
tu peux avoir le, le gicleur ou le de boucher.
Ah oui, le bouger, oui.
Boucher.
Nécessaire,
Boucher.
boucher, nécessaire
C'est-à-dire,
nettoyage.
c'est une petite vis qui n'est pas plus grande que ça, avec un
Oui.
tout petit trou.
Oui,
De, de-
hier j'ai dans le verre, j'ai un circuit de verre. Oui,
Ouais, ben
oui.
ça peut être la vis de richesse aussi, qui est mal
Mm,
réglée.
mm. So it's le réglé, oui. Le petit réglé.
Ouais, tout petit, ouais, c'est tout petit,
Le
oui.
mélange pour le, le essence plus le.
Tu as deux possibilités, ou c'est le
Yeah.
gicleur ou la vis de richesse qui est mal réglée.
Oui. So réglé petitement.
Ouais, ouais,
Le
c'est ça.
coche, le coche, le coche. I mean le tombe, no problem. No problem. But it's possible régler. It's possible j'ai changé le régler. Ben oui. Possible j'ai changé le régler. Dans dans la première semaine, j'ai changé le filtre, air filter. No, I don't
Le
know.
filtre?
Oui, j'ai changé le filtre pour l'essence. Un nettoyage tous les autres filtres. But oui.
Ouais, parce que le quad, tu l'as acheté quoi, d'occasion?
Oui, 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 oui. J'ai acheté dans Saint-Amand-Montrond. But je demande, oh, quel tal est mon carburateur pour... j'ai un petit problème. Ils réponse est, oh, 280 €. I say, hein? I said, le tal? Non, le prix pour nouveau. I said, j'ai pas demandé le prix pour nouveau, je demande le tal. I said, terrible. So, is a Santa Montron, Passion Pole, non, rien. Terrible. C'est
Là,
beaucoup de money.
un carburateur, c'est fragile.
Oui, oui, but
C'est
it's a
fragile.
bel carburateur allemand, bel fabriqué. faute fabriquée. J'ai, demain, j'ai changé le mixture. So, petit, petit increment, beep, beep, beep. So, un quarter, un quarter, un quarter, un quarter. And then un circle de wheel.
Nous, moi, quand j'étais jeune, à l'époque, hein, on réparait tout nous-mêmes.
Mm-hmm.
Le carburateur, il était défectueux, on le réparait. Même on trafiquait. On trafiquait ou on modifiait. Modifiait.
Mon is uh,
Jusqu'à temps que ça marche. Hein.
whole, non pas whole log.
Voilà, l'arrivée d'essence est trop importante
Mm.
aussi.
Ah oui, it's très important pour nouvelle essence, nouvelle huile. Tout change. So, problème avec le petit 50 cc engine, beaucoup de travaux. Et c'est mon premier, j'ai nettoyé le piste de l'engine. Avec vidéo, YouTube, ok, ok, ok. But oui. Yeah, j'ai placé toutes les pieces sur le carburateur. Et then après, commence l'engine. Quel est ce
Ouais,
problème? Pour 5 minutes. Ok.
ouais, à mon avis, l'essence, ça n'arrive pas.
Hmm.
Donc, il doit y avoir sûrement une pièce, comme je te dis, où c'est la vis de richesse qui est mal réglée, ou alors c'est le gicleur qui est bouché. Donc,
Oh,
automatiquement, ton essence, ça n'arrive pas.
oui, c'est mon demain, nettoyage de boucher, change le mélange, et test dans le petit circuit. Et sur le chaume, oh, ok. J'ai porté mon maison dans le Marimba, return couchardon sur le centre, et but nettoyage le carburateur, petit piece ancient huile dans le carburateur. So.
Ou alors, c'est l'essence qui a du mal à arriver. Donc,
I hope
il faut
everybody's all right over there. One thumbs up, one viewer.
ou alors
Everybody ran with the French
faut
side.
changer les filtres.
Yeah, oui, change le filtre, change l'essence, change le huile, change le boîte pour le. I don't know the word for air in French. Le chambre pour le. Oh, je sais pas même le nom. But yeah.
Des fois, la mécanique, hein, c'est compliqué.
Mm, yeah, je n'ai pas un mécanique. Je n'ai mécanique pas, oui.
Ouais. Mécanique zéro.
Oui, technician expensive. And then Stéphane, oh oui, no problem, je regarde. And then après, oh non, pas possible, prochaine semaine. Ok, autre semaine. C'est, ah là là, Stéphane.
Ouais, il est tout seul, le pauvre.
So, j'ai require a belle mécanique, un bon mécanique, j'ai téléphone. Stéphane, grand problème. But Stéphane, oh no, no, no. So, pour le moment, j'ai travaillé sur le quad. So. Le grand problème, c'est un garage dans Guzon pour ATV, Agri 23. So, it's travail sur petit quad, bla bla bla.
Ouais, Gouzon, ça fait loin. Hein.
Hmm. Mais Stéphane, problème, il demande moi attendre avec le quad. Le quad est pas bien, pas possible pour moi attendre. But allez, no problem. Le moment le clé, 2 minutes, ok. Commence, instant, blablabla. Merci beaucoup. And then après, il remain dans la table pour 5 minutes, j'ai écouté, no problem. Ah oui, still, ok. But après, j'ai sauté le vieux, et il pas un problème sur le champ, problème sur le plat. But it's le, le, le petit piece pour le mélange, l'essence et
Ah
le
ouais.
air. So demain, test, 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 test. Petit amont.
Ah, les réglages, c'est fin. Très fin.
Hmm.
Des fois, il faut tourner un quart de tour. Et des fois, même un quart de tour, c'est trop. C'est trop.
Yeah,
Donc,
a quarter turn is maximum. Yeah, do ton ici is hom. That's a touche. I missed that one, guys. That was a good bite as well, but I think it was a roach. See, deuxième, hein? Deuxième le même. Le gardon ou le poisson chat?
ou le fond, peut-être.
Non, pas le fond. Usually, je pêche le même and peu de 7 carpes and beaucoup gardons plus 2 poissons chats. Le rhum, le amour, c'est sucre. So, poisson chat. Oh, pour moi, hein? Le même, le souris. Oh, adore le sucre. Well, my friend's here, guys, and he's French, obviously, because I live in France. My French is terrible, but anybody that speaks good French that can hear me will understand that. But yeah, so we've had a couple of bites from what could be catfish. There's a crochet là, petit crochet, possible pispierre or possible the lily.
Les
Yeah,
racines.
yeah. But oh, Judy, j'ai crochet beaucoup. And avec l'élastique dans le oh mon nouveau pole, mon nouveau
Ouais.
côte. But it's nécessaire sans poules à la côte. So it's pas possible pour tirer l'élastique. So it's nécessaire jouer le poisson avec tout le pôle. Oh là là. Un petit tonge là comme ça dans le centre de la lac.
Ah, bah, ça, au bord, dès qu'ils sont piqués, prennent le large.
Hmm. Well, poisson chasse, gardons, crochet,
Bah, ça, c'est le fond, ça.
crochet. I knew there was a bloody crochet there, and I still put it there. That's a snag, by the way. This could be where you see a.
On s'inverse. Comme ça, de l'autre côté, comme ça.
All right, guys, let's go around the other side and undo this one if I can. I will disappear for a moment. Oh, still drifted into the snag, stupid boy. Right, let's get it out of the snag. Remember to put that back. I heard that bird. That sounded like a sandpiper. Right. New bait, ready to go.
Et ben voilà, tu vois,
Ah oui.
sens inverse.
No, yeah, it's possible piece le irias or le iri or beaucoup de problème là.
En tout cas, l'élastique, il est costaud.
Ah oui. But the même là, beaucoup pire. So there's a lot of stones on the floor, but there's also a lot of irises, roots. I did pull the hook open, but that's gone back. Right, we're going to try a dark bait this time. I always fish white. Don't know why. It's my favourite bait.
Moi, je vais peut-être venir demain matin. Ça fera du bien, un peu de pêche.
Uh-huh.
Oh, oui.
Sebastian's là, de Belgique. And j'arrive un homme avec deux enfants pêche, but il est parti. Right, I've gone back out with a dark fjuka. I've gone with the black one, as I've been putting out all different colours. It won't really. It doesn't matter what colour you put out there. Sometimes I just fish the white so they can see it easier. It's quite dark water, but they'll smell it. No problem at all. And I'm fishing a little bit away further from the edge than I was just now.
L'autre jour, j'ai regardé une vidéo
Uh-huh.
sur YouTube, pêcher des poissons avec des drones.
Ah, oui, oui, oui. Yeah.
Je sais pas si tu l'as vu, c'est des spécialistes de la pêche, c'est des jeunes. Ils pêchent avec des drones. Et puis ils trappent des brochets.
Ah, oui, oui, oui. A fort drone, but
Avec les leurs, au ras de l'eau.
oui. Oh la la. That's going to blow onto the rock if I'm not careful. Let's just put it out there a bit. What a windy day. Well, I've got 4 rods with me. It might be a case where I go out on the feeder down there. But I would much rather to stay on the pole.
Et c'est quoi ta chaîne YouTube?
Mon chaîne?
La chaîne YouTube.
Oui, Hardy's Fishing Adventures. It's Don's Anglais.
Ah, c'est anglais.
Tout anglais. Sur YouTube, j'ai processé le code avec Don's français, anglaises. Beaucoup personnes françaises regardent mon vidéo, but non, Don's anglaises.
Oh, mais des fois, je regarde les chaînes YouTube étrangères, moi. Je comprends pas ce qu'ils disent. Hein.
Parce qu'ils disent?
Je ne comprends pas quand ils parlent.
Ah,
Quand ils parlent en anglais, en chinois. Je
ah,
comprends pas,
okay.
mais je regarde quand même.
Ah, it's possible change. Oui, okay. Well, at the moment, we've got a dual lingo video. I never thought I'd be doing one of them. Hello, whoever's just come in the room. I don't know why chat is not showing, and I've never done this before, so. Hi, James.
Regarde les commentaires.
Oui, le commentaire, exactement. Yeah, I don't know what your weather's like in England, but right now it's blowing a hoolie here. Très fort vent aujourd'hui. Come on, we want another tench. Can't have a live video with no fish. Might have to go down to a size 20 with some maggots.
Moi, je regarde beaucoup, c'est les constructions.
Ah oui.
Construction de maisons en bambou, tout ça.
Oui, ah
les
oui,
trucs,
oui, oui.
Les trucs asiatiques.
Oui, oui. Le taille, oui, fabriquer de maison avec le petit piscine, yeah, oui, j'ai regardé le même.
Moi, je regarde beaucoup, moi. C'est très intéressant.
Oui, oui,
C'est beaucoup de jeunes demoiselles
oui.
qui font.
And
Eh, ils travaillent comme ça. 5 ans.
oui, 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 oui.
Nickel.
He's just talking about the guys in Thailand that do the videos where they make the bamboo houses with the swimming pools and everything. There's some very good videos. And they're out there in a t-shirt, barefoot, and they make amazing looking houses. And it's just like, why do we need a man with a hard hat and everything else, and 5 blokes with clipboards watching him? Well, I'm gonna try a smaller bait. Gonna go onto a micro because this is very quiet. But then Thursday the wind was on my back, blowing that way. So you know,
Oh, il n'y a pas beaucoup. Hein. Combien?
no,
4.
oui, 2 kilos.
4,
So
4 poissons, 2 kilos.
deux poissons, uh, deux poissons, 2 kilos. I've only been a couple of pound each.
C'est ça que tu mets? Non.
12 millimeter. Right, I've gone out on a fjuka micro, 2-in-1, white one, to see if we can get anything.
Tu vas te raccrocher là.
Beaucoup, oui, non, ma beaucoup rotongo là. Rotongo, Gardon, Brem. C'est possible le hameçon est petite, très grande pour le. Mon ami dans Angleterre, il disagree because il pêche avec grand hameçons, but il pas pêche le parc. Étang. Étang de parc. As I'm always saying, they're always fishing them grubby puddles over there, showing you how you can pull out 100 kilo of fish in a couple of seconds. It's not my sort of fishing. I like this sort of fishing. I mean, I've done it in my day. I mean, my mate went to a lake I used to fish, Hordle, in the south of England. He had 30 carp. 30 carp. I'm like, that's nice. If I get 2 carp here a day, I'm over the moon. Not on this pole, please. Yeah, it's tranquilo aujourd'hui, huh? It has just rained solid for 2 days, so with high winds of 58 kilometers an hour. So, and to get 2 tench in the first half hour is very nice, but I think it may put, that might just kind of be the only thing today. But we've got a long time, got another 6 hours. Just gonna check, see you. Up, up, up. Oh, I've got to keep pressing buttons here, haven't I? How's it work? Ah, right, mate. Lovely. Yeah, I went in the bottom of the box and pulled out this one, and it was one I used to fish in deep water because it's got a good body on it and it holds up well. Yeah, James has got a very exciting new pole. Go over to James Atkins Fishing and have a look at his videos. His videos outdo me every day, so don't, you know, he's got fantastic cameras, good sound. He's Matrix mad like me, and yeah, his channel's well worth watching, guys. Just go over and subscribe. Only two people regard, and two persons regard moi, and le deux est mon ami. So it's a touche or that's a touche. Nope. Oh oui. Nope. I thought that was a touche. I thought it was a touch. It was definitely moving away. Ah, le grand wheel. Ah. Dinner.
Dépêcher les grenouilles.
This wind is crazy. Oh. Ah. Well, guys, there's 2 bites I've missed. 3 bites I've missed, actually. I've got a funny feeling now we've got small fish there. So what I'm going to do is just put on another 3mm. I did want to stick to 5mm and 7s today, but if there's a lot of roach there, the best thing to try and do, that's a problem using roach ground bait with a lot of hemp in it, I suppose, but there's a lot of, as I said on the other video, they put, I think it was 1.5 ton of roach over the last 2 years in here. And the last shipment they had, because you can take fish to eat here, the last shipment.
Au bord comme ça, autant pêcher avec de la farine.
The farine?
Ouais.
Ah, no. Normal. Je pêche fjuka, pan, maize. Pareil, fort, but, well, pas fort. But yeah, tu pêches avec farine, oui.
Ouais, oui.
Oui, oui.
Ben, au bord comme ça, c'est ce que je ferais.
Oui, petit alvandu, farine. Oui.
Des petites boules, et puis après tu caches l'hameçon. Et...
Yeah.
Moi, demain, si je viens, c'est ce que je vais faire.
En Angleterre, they pêchent pas, but it's la morse. Très rigide, remain sur la hameçon. And pêche carpe à la board.
Ou alors avec des pâtes. Des pâtes, tu les fais pas trop cuire, un peu dur. Tac.
Ah oui, c'est possible avec semoule, oui, de même. Un pâte très dur.
Oui, c'est ça.
J'ai regardé un home dans Australie. Il prépare la pâte. And then il roule la pâte plate dans le micro-ondes pour 30 secondes. Et then après, il pêche avec le
Voilà, ouais, c'est ça, ouais.
punui. Yeah, punui. Yeah, he makes up a paste of semoule, like a boilie, flavors it, and then he rolls it flat, and then he cooks it in the microwave in small sheets, and he can use it as like a hard bread punch. Clever. I guess I mean, he's an ex-matchman from the UK, but he makes all his own fishing gear. So if you haven't seen Den's Fishing in Australia, it's just called Den's Fishing. He uses 3D printer and prints up everything. It's a very good channel. Whoa, shit, what? I think I'm gonna have to put my wind blocker on. I do fear if I put my wind blocker on, my legs are gonna freeze. I might just put on my Gore-Tex, my 3-in-1. I'll be honest, the wind has got worse since I got here. That's normally the way. But I think I'm just sticking out. That was on the bottom. On the side of a snag by the feel of it. A chewy. Oh, that was a bite. That was a rud on the way down. Petit sauté. Tous les rectangles sur le dessin. I would prefer not to have the rud and get the nicer roach on the bottom. But you cannot be 100% sure of that. I got worm with me and I got maggots with me. I've got pinkies with me as well. Oh, there's a fish. Did you see Regard? And Grand Gardon?
Ouais, il est parti.
Yeah, il parti. A bloody roach like that just got off. Because I was not expecting a bite. He already had it in his mouth and he was on it, going to move, I reckon. And I was just lifting it up to reset it. Not good. That was a beautiful big roach. Saw his silver side. But it's a barbless hook. They can throw barbless hooks in seconds, can't they? Right, let's check the bait. Right, is there any? Oh boy. So yeah, that was a shame. Yeah. Disregard. Oh, bait's fallen off. Right. Let's go in with a red 5mm, which is dyed orange because it's got yellow dye on it. Okay, I'm going with a red one. Alright, I just wonder where my cupping kit was in, my cap pot. Ah, this wind's worse, much worse. Yeah, the vent is terrible. Touche, no? No. Right, give them another ball of ground bait, feed those tiny fish off if I can. Oof. I should have. Oh, was it touche or the vent? I should have put my salopettes in my bag.
Là, il est péniblement là.
Terrible.
Ouais, une grosse vague.
Oh, touche. That was a bite. Guys like fishing in the North Sea.
Bah la vache.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah, we are getting kind of blown away here. I think I'll have to put on my wind blocker. But I hate putting down the pole because you never know. Could be that second that you decide to put the pole down, that the fish come in, clear out all the ground bait and go again. I'm also terrible for eating when I'm fishing, because I very rarely eat in a bit unless I'm starving. Whereas my friend Dom here, he goes with his family, they'll stop at 12 o'clock, they'll have 2 hours for lunch and then carry on fishing again. Right, I'm going to rest that swim for a minute while I put on my wind blocker, because it's getting North Sea at the moment. It's a bit... Oh, there's the orange. Look at that. Lovely. Orange with a hint of yellow. Ooh. La la la. Alright, excuse me for a minute. Hello everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing while I'm sitting here fishing? Oh, très froid. Nécessaire. Mon bloqué. Coupe de vente.
On va m'acheter aux vagues. Faire du surf.
Wow. Right. Now, excuse me while I move the microphone. Tell me if that is still okay, because it's now inside my coat. I'm hoping not to get too much wind interference. James, can you tell me if that's alright, mate? Everybody hear me okay? Whew. I'll tell you what. Oh, Lord. Thought it was going to be a nice day today. It's only a top temperature of 13, so pretty bitter. Ooh. Oh, there's a touch, 2 touches, but they're not full touches, they're just fish playing with the bait. I was getting a tiny touch, like a millimetre, and that was a prelude to a catfish where they're trying to get it up onto their lip and then in the mouth. I don't know if they suck it up or what. But once I was starting getting them, I was getting poisson chats lot the other day. I was fascinating l'autre jour, but yeah, the other day. Oui, l'autre jour, une petite touche, 1 millimetre, and then après, poisson chat.
C'est une touche pas franche.
J'ai perdu 7 grands poissons jeudi. Possible tange, possible grand brown.
Un hameçon de combien? 14? Un hameçon de combien?
16.
16?
Oui. Oh, this is getting ridiculous to try and keep in position now. I might have to shorten the line.
Bientôt 1 heure.
Nécessaire dîner. Dîner plus beer. Well, I think we're going to give that margin a rest for a while because there is obviously nothing out there. So, let's see. Having several kits, I would be able to just do what I want now and just get the next kit out for 5 meter line. But I haven't got that, so I've got to replumb. I'm definitely thinking of buying 2 or 3 more of these poles. I rather like them for just silver fishing. So we're going out there now, see how deep it is. I think it's nearly the hole yet. So 1, 2, 2 floats higher. But if I remember, I think out there is the same. Yeah, 1. Yeah. And I just clipped a fish as well while I was doing that, I felt it. So, out there it's 2 floats. 1, 2. And here, on the next shelf, it's only another float deeper. So that's pretty good. But we're well into the meter deep now. And this is another place where I've caught loads of bream. Right, another 3 inches. I want that bottom shot to sit on the bottom, try and hold it back. Well, the good news is now I don't need to worry about taking the line off, because that's why I wanted to keep it as one rig today. The only thing I didn't do was feed out. Plume. Le plume et census. It's possible the just asking me what that thing I was using was as a plumber. But they have a little grip one that goes on. Right. Oh, I also found out I can use my cupping kit for this as well. Whew, it's windy. Alright, okay, that's just about holding out there. Good job this pole's stiff. I'm going to fish towards the tree over there. Golly gosh, it's cold. That was a touch, I saw that. That's good to know. I haven't even put any bait out there. Mind you, with this wind, a tow could be pulling it out there for all I know. What are you? What is that? I don't recognise it. There's a bird just flown over I do not recognise. Eh? What is the what's Nice puck on it. I've never seen it. Coming round. Ah. Wow. Don't think I've ever seen that bird before. Well, we're on the bottom because we're getting pulled under by the tow. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a touch. That was a touch. That was definitely a touch. Was she? There we go. Ah, that was a good fish. Maybe I need a new hook on. Okay, mon ami, au revoir. Bon dimanche, bon weekend. Merci beaucoup. Well, just lost a good fish. I'm not too happy about that. Just felt it for a second, but that doesn't mean it was hooked in the mouth. That's coloured water with this wind. That was another good bite. Right, I think we're going to have to turn you around a bit. You can't see where I'm fishing now. You can't see me, you can't see where I'm fishing. Oh, I've got a choice. My ugly mug. Hang on, how do I do this again? Right, is that better? Can you see me? Yeah, sorry about that. Right, so we've had a couple of bites out here, and we're just fishing again at 5 metres, the full 5 metres this time, to the tree on fast, the tree in front of me. I'm going to be talking half English French now. A right bit of franglais, yeah. Yeah, that's my friend Dom. He, he knows all about YouTube and everything, but when I'm recording or doing live, he always comes to talk to me for about an hour. Sometimes if there's several French anglers here, he'll wander off to one of them. I'm just watching the float now, and it's rising up slightly. Very hard to hold in this flow. Now, I actually put on my front bar today so that I could if I needed to, fish like this. Oh, you missed completely. Well done. That is why I prefer a cupping kit. Oh boy. I just missed my... Oh, there's a float. Just got a bite. Come on then. That's better. That bird's back again. Oh, it's a turn. I know what it is now. It's a turn. Bloody big one. I've never seen a turn that big. Wow. Right. It's a turn. Yeah. And that is a dirty great big raven. Boy. Why do I like fishing so much? It's far too cold. As Chris and Bob once said, I think it was on their winter fishing one, where they said, I'll be really happy when I've had enough of this. Mind you, that really was cold. That winter video they did for Passion for Angling, my gosh, this is nothing compared. I should have fed this swim up earlier, to be honest. That's better. Forgot to allow for the wind. I can hear a sandpiper. I'm sure I can hear a sandpiper. That was a bite. Now, do you want to look at this ugly mug, or do you want to look at the water? The only problem you're looking at the water is I can't see what is going on the video. I really want to put another rig on with a size 20 on. There may not be any tents left here with this amount of wind. They might have all retreated to the back of the wind. That was a definite bite. But it's probably from a 1/2 inch roach or rudd, which I would know if I was on a size 20 with maggot. I always forget that you can mould these into shapes, but I never do that. I just fish them as a pellet and it seems to work for me. To say it's Baltic is an understatement right now. Right, I'm going to change that white fjuka. Ooh, I was about to fish that. I just made a white one into a shape of a maggot thing, and it just blew off the table. So I'm going to pick up a 4mm long brown pellet. Now I've sent these to test, so I've had several roach and rudd on them. Let's see if I can get a tench on one a day. Maybe being cylinder, they'll suck it up a bit easier. I want to retreat into my hood. Bonjour, ça va? That's my friend Sebastian's wife. So how's the rig tie going, James? I hope you're nice and warm. I assume you're getting ready for Tuesday, mate. That's your normal fishing day, and you put the video out on the Wednesday morning, don't you? Well, I found that if you do live, you can fish for 6 hours, and they put up the video for you. Doesn't slow down your computer or anything. Rather clever. But it's one of those days you just know you've got to fish within 10 minutes sort of thing of going live, and then it's just like wish list the rest of it. Tell you what, mate, you just give me an idea there. It's warm there, is it, mate? Right, I'm breaking out the naturals. I reckon there are that many rudd here at the moment. But what I'm more interested in, I got, man, yeah, I could have gone to 7mm as well, to be honest. Didn't think of that. Might try that in a minute. But right now, as James gave me the idea just then, because he always says worm, like they say it up in Suffolk, but I'm going for the worms. So there we go. Got a box of them. And I've got maggot as well, but the maggots are a bit iffy. Because I did the suffocation in a bag sort of thing, and I tell you what, it's really slowed their changing. Right, I'm going out a worm on a size 16. Now, if there's any big rudder roach out there, they won't be able to resist this worm. That's what I tell myself anyway. Alright, there's a Bradling gone on. Good old compost worm. A couple of sheets of wet cardboard on the floor. Just put cardboard down on a bit of grass and water it every now and again, and then you'll get loads of worms under it. Unless you've got a compost heap, and then just put a load of cardboard in, ripped up in the corner. I was getting bites on the fjuka. I'm hoping I get a bite on the worm. Golly gosh. It's like fishing the end of the pier. I reckon that wind must have changed last night, because it was blowing a hoolie and raining, and the wind was on my back, southwesterly. Now it's northeasterly. Not a wind I like fishing in. So that just shows you how powerful sensate is. Getting bites on sensate, but we're not getting bites on a worm. Yes, please don't blow away. Oh, I've just seen the mistake I've made. I'll just leave that there a second. That could have been fatal, couldn't it? Right, let's put the landing net back. I moved it when I went and got that rig out. How long ago was that? Oh, and I put the worm in the margin and suddenly it disappears. Thank you, perch. Right. I'm going with a colour now. I'm going with the fjuka neons. And I'm going to go with a bright orange. I dare not put any of the sensate on this until I get a bottle of natural, because lovely big white 7mm neons. So there you go. So my rig today is a large sensate bodied float all the way down to a bulk shot, and then down here one telltale dropper, and that is what, 4 inches from the hook, 3.5 inches, 4 inches. So, and that's holding bottom from what I plumbed up. I'll be honest, I'm not seeing my mate catching anything. Well, that 7 has taken it right down at the bottom. Try and keep him lined with a tree if I can hold it there. That's a good thing about a 7 and a 5 mil fjuka. They will pin to the bottom quite nicely. But it does look like the toe is so strong that even now my float is starting to move that way and the line is being pulled out. Now that's 4 shot and a 7 mil fjuka just being pulled sideways by the toe. No wonder the fish aren't too happy about feeding. Mind you, you'd think they were feeding just to be able to have the energy to stay in the flow. Might put some maggots down that edge as well. Right. Okay, back out on that line now, because I think it's deeper there, obviously. And there, like I said, there's 2 ledges. Anything that could be on the second ledge. It's not coming around and coming up onto the top. It was probably warmer on that ledge until this wind was howling. It could have pushed everything down to the second ledge. I know it does in my pond with my koi. If I think it's, reasonable, they'll come up onto the top ledge. But most of the time, they'll just go down and hide under the lilies again because with this wind and rain that we've had for 2 days. And yet I went out this morning and they were up on the next ledge and I fed them. And yeah, it was just great to see them. I've got 2 orange and 2 white with orange and black in them. And then I've got this little, he or she is white with kind of peach under her scales. She's gorgeous. We call her baby because she just appeared. We never bought her. We didn't put her in the pond. She just appeared. Unless one of the koi we had was pregnant, I don't know. I mean, what happened to all the other eggs? I have no idea. There's a lot of roach. Oh, there was a touch. That was a good touch. There was a lot of roach in the pond as well. I had something like too many. Roach and rudd. I've had some perch in there, some perch, and tench. The only thing I didn't put in there was bream. But last year, something killed all the roach. It was some sort of, I don't know what it was, but a lot of roach and bream died here. And I lost a lot of roach and bream in my pond, so I did wonder, was it, something man-made? Luckily, the koi survived. I lost 1 tench, but I never see the tench anyway. I just see their bubbles coming up when I feed. They just hide right under the roots of the lilies. You never see them. They're just down there. There's tiny roach jumping on the surface. I'm just putting a few 5 mils down that edge still. They are soaked in sensate. And that sensate's a great bait, additive. When my fish weren't feeding, I just took a couple of, I think they were 5 mils, or even fat boys, and chucked them in the edge in the winter. You couldn't see any fish. And they always say, oh, your fish won't feed. I chucked about, I don't know, 6 or 7, 8 mil. No, they're 10 mil were fat boys. Yeah, 10 mils. into the water, and I come back about, I don't know, 10 minutes later, and there was fish coming up everywhere. And they definitely were turned on the feed. Well, I've had a definite bite on the orange. He's feeding well, so maybe he is catching bream. I'll be honest, I've not been watching. Right, we've been out there long enough. Let's try this margin again. Now I know to drop it one float, up 2 floats, down 1 float, down 2 floats. So I've got an idea of what's going on. But yeah, I think I will buy at least one more of these poles. You can get just the top section, but it'd be nice to have a few bits. So back into the margin with a bright orange bait. I've got a feeling it might work quite well. Yellow is their favourite, I must admit. I've caught a lot of tench on yellow. Oh, something's... Well, something just happened there. I saw 4 bubbles come up just there. Now they were large bubbles. This can be bad news when you're fishing a light pole. Well, not right, is it? 1.2 elastic? It's not really right. I think we worked it out, it was 10 to 12 elastic. Well, that's, what's that, F1 and all the rest of it. So it should be fine for a few tenches. I think that was just a little bit of a bite there, but you can never tell. Could be a liner, could be anything. Well, I'm warmer with this on. I can't even see what it says on the screen. Hang on, let me have a quick gander. Is it really daddy? That's alright then, mate. Yeah, I think we're getting the end of those winds now. But yeah, that big turn, that was impressive. I know where they're going. They're going to the Loire Valley, and that's where they nest on the sandbank, the gravel banks in the middle of the river. We've also got the Bren, which is, well, I shouldn't really tell you about that, James. You'll get excited, and you'll be telling me that I have to go there. It's about 50 kilometres away there, mate. And it's called Land of the lakes, mate. There's over 1,000 lakes there. But most of them are private. Others are all wildlife sanctuaries and all the rest of it, because all the Damascene crane and all that go there. Crazy winds. Well, mate, I've had enough of that. We're going on. I know, they don't make them, but we're going on them. Size 16, double maggot, and see what happens. See if there's a load of ropes down there or what. Give them that up, mate. Right, first things first. Put the little hook in there so it don't hook anything else, because I haven't undone the maggots. Got plenty of casters by the looks of it, but I've got plenty of maggots, which is more important. There we go. Wrigglers. Now I forget where I bought these from. Oh, I got it from Thierry in town, actually. Decathlon didn't have any maggots. Right, they've got a few casters in them, but yeah, they're alright. Nice big fat double maggot. I was fishing double pinky the other day and single pinky on a size 20, because when I went to Etang de Sul, and I didn't catch anything, because when I got there, the water was still down 2 foot. How can the water still be down 2 foot? The amount of rain we've had. Somebody's siphoning it off or something, I think. But I went there and I was fishing this 5 metre whip. I'd just been to the hospital for an emergency blood test. And oh, there was a bite. I felt it. The rudder on the surface. That was a bite. Right, let's see if we can get a bag of silvers. If I can't do anything else today, I want a bag of silvers. I'd hope for a day. After losing those fish the other day. Oh, did you see the size of him? He's about that big. Oh boy, no wonder we're getting pestered with tiny bites. Look at this turn diving. Oh, he has got a blackhead. And he's just caught a rudd. Shame we don't eat catfish. I think it was last autumn that I saw the osprey here. He was trying to take carp off the top, which was pretty impressive. But he missed over and over again. Yeah, right, it's going to be one of them days. We might have to go down to a size 20 again, huh? Oh, I was talking to James. Yeah, look, both maggots have been pushed up, blown up the hook. It's the only problem with maggots. So what I did, I got me maggot, and I threaded them on like I was beach fishing, like you'd be using a ragworm. I'm going to question the sharpness of this hook in a minute. No, it went straight through. Right, and then that's the first one, and then the other one's nicked on the end. And what they'll normally do is nick the first one, and then someone else will go for the other one. But I did have a nice tench on it as well. Nice tench on double pinky, not maggot. Oh, it's been taken on the way down, see? I can see. This is a nightmare. They put in so many small fish. It's a joke. Yeah, they've had the first maggot away. Yeah, I think I'll be tying on a size 20 barbed board hook. So if I do catch anything large, like a tench, I can land it. Because that's the way it works. You don't always end up with... Oh, great. Bloody brilliant. And that was another tiny fish. Yeah, okay. I'm going to change some tactics here. Oh, boy. You've got to... Once they have a little rudder there, you can't get a bait past them. You'll get tiny pulls and everything. We're going with triple maggot. At least that way one of the maggots might survive long enough to catch something bigger. And then I'll go back on white 5 mils. I think somebody's had that on the way down. Freezing. Freezing. My mate's up there fishing 11 metres by the looks of it. That looks like a nightmare to do. Oh yeah, we're down to 1 maggot. 3, the first actual bite, and we're down to 1 maggot. Well, if it's going to be a day like the other day when I had 150 odd bloody silvers, I'm going to have to change everything up, aren't I? So, that is a rud. Yeah, that's a big rud for what I was catching the other day. James will tell you, it was a nightmare. We'll try a caster, see if we can get anything bigger. Or shall we put it straight in the landing? We'll keep that. That should have just flipped straight past it, but no, it didn't want to. Not happy with that. That worked really well. Not. Still 2 people. Oh. Here, James, I reckon you'll have to do live Tuesday, mate, when you go. For my old, that new pole, mate. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I want to see you trying to hold 16 metres in a force 3. That's basically what this feels like today. Right. I knew there'd be loads of rudd down there. Lovely colours though. Had to use the scourger first time today. Why are you using the narrow end? Not a size 20 hook, it's a size 16. Well, you've got to keep the maggots. I was fishing the other day. I'd had quite a few rudd and roach. Much nicer conditions than today. And something must have been, predator must have been at the other end of the keep net, or outside somewhere. But all the fish, as a shoal, swam back up the keep net. And I just chucked a few maggots in. I always feel sorry for them because if they, you know, they get caught maybe on the first maggot. So I just thought, oh, I'll chuck a few in, and they ate them all. I put a few more in, they ate them as well. So there you go. I thought to myself, well, they've just been hooked, and yet they're eating instantly in a keep net. There are that many fish in here, and they are that hungry. Right, I'm changing hooks. There's no way in a million years I'm sitting like this. This is going to drive me crazy. I'm not going to change the hooks, I'm going to change the rig. That's much easier. I actually have a rig in here which I was using the other day. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, just because I couldn't find the elastic band for the rig, so I shoved it in this drawer out of the way. So I will just change rigs. When I go back on bigger baits, I'll just get this one out. I mean, I could have brought the actual pole today. I've got a 30-metre pole with 4 top kits and everything else, cutting kit and all the works. But the idea is to test this short pole all the time, because this is what I'll be taking on my quad wherever I go. I did think I'd just slope both rod bags, but I'll probably end up driving like that, especially if you put all the cupping kits and everything in it. Right. Now, I bought these pole winders before I bought the new one, so I have to literally hook the elastic band on to stop them falling off. Not very professional. And then I bought some NGT floats. They were like, I don't know, they were €13.99 or something euros, and you got 10 floats. The split shotting or the rig isn't worth toffee. They literally put on 2 number 4s on the biggest float, etc. So you're going to knock off all the shot and start again. Oh my god, I was just about to do that for a Dacron loop. That's how much I don't use these. I was just about to do that for a Dacron loop. Hilarious. Now this should be set for here, because this is where I was fishing the other day. I got a size 20 forged, pre-tied spade end hook. I do not tie them, sorry, I'm useless at it. Even though my mate James has got a good video about it, I can buy them. 185, packet of 10. Don't need a tie my own. Right, let's see if this is a bit quicker now. And just because I've got a single maggot does not mean I won't catch quality fish. And also now I've got a size 20 on, I can change over from microns. I saw that. Float was going out, there was definitely a bite. I know my luck, something bigger come in the swim now and all the little ones have disappeared again. Nope, they haven't disappeared. Right, now I'm back on a size 20. Let's get the microns out. I mean, after all, this is a video about fjuka, not maggot and worm. I just get bored. And because I'm stuck to one rig here, I can't just chop and change so easily, which I would do with my other pole. But now I've been bothered enough to change it. It should really be back here. There we go. Just to show you, they work just as well as maggots. And they don't get chewed up. I mean, unless you knock them off, which is really annoying. They stayed on the whole time. Pardon? And then that happened. So all you're doing is hooking the 3mm with a size 20 straight through. Now my mate won't use anything under a 16. But here, yeah. The guy put these in here because he thought it would make the predators bigger. Because we're in France, they love black bass. So there's black bass in here, zander and pike. And they reckon there is one or two catfish, silur, in here. Now I've looked into big pole, but we thought the other day that we'd hooked into a silur. It just went absolute, like no carp I ever had. And that was on a piece of fjuka. So on the pole, over by the woodwork, there's a walkway goes out in the water, which has been knackered for years. And right, since we changed over the rig, we might get a bonus bag of silvers. Now if you've got two kits, you can just keep changing. You know, go out with a 5mm, then go out with a 3mm. But don't forget the feed, and really I should put the cupping kit back on here. Did you steal my bait? You did. I knew I saw the bite. Well, I've got these little dark ones. Now they're supposed to be for river fishing and barbel, but they're much tougher than a 2-in-1, which you can also turn into paste and everything else. Now I don't know if they're tougher than 2-in-1, but they came this way. I didn't know if maybe because they just come in a plastic bag for me to have a look at, that the air dry. But I think they're supposed to be harder for the barbel, so that the little fish don't peck them to bits. The minnows on the river. I have got some barbel fishing near me, and come summer, that will be a place I'll be going. My eyes can't see if there's a bait on there or not. No, had it again. See, bait works. Right. That was a hard brown bait and they just nabbed it. There's that many micro rudd. So I've got pinkies and I've got maggots. I'll go back out with another maggot. It could be a case where I just need something a little more durable. Mind you, these these micros haven't had any air time. What I like to do with the micros, because I'm not in England, you know, I've got plague fish, so what I like to do is leave the lid off while I'm fishing for most of the day, and it dries them out. And then what I do is I just put a touch of sensate on them when I want to revitalise them. See, this is what I'm dealing with. They put thousands in here. It's not even the new breeding one from last year. This is what they put in November. They have more or less plagued the fishery with them. So I was lucky to get 2 tench really, first 2 fish. But this pole works well. I've had tench on it now, 2 tench. We did lose several fish the other day though. 7 fish in all. Some were on this little size 20. See, I'm not even getting a dink. I'm literally getting, you'll just see the side of the float just move the way the fish is heading. Rudd, 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 rudd. Millions of rudd. You want a really fast whip here in a size 26 in a squat. Like professional maximum on a you know, a northern canal. Mind you, I think northern canals have actually got better fishing in it now than millions of bleak. It doesn't help that the ground bait is actually for bleak. My mate up there looking very cold. He had COVID last week. Oh, there we go. He's suffering. Now, it's alright, keep just lifting and dropping, but if you don't check the hook after a lost fish like that, you're going to have problems. No? Maggot's okay? Here comes my mate, so we're going to be talking a bit of French in a minute. Looks like he's having his sandwich. Oh, swallowed a size 22. A size 20. Yay. That's why I'm glad I've got this disgorger. I mean, these are big fish compared to the other day. Ça va? Très froid. Wow, le vent est terrible. Difficile avec le can long? Ah, j'ai pêché à la marge. À la bord. Yeah.
Deux tanches, il y en a autant, mais
Yeah, 2 tonnes. Oui.
il garde autant, mais 3.
Le premier poisson, une touche tonne. Après, là. Terrible. Yeah, j'ai pêché pour 2 plus pour grand poisson. Maintenant, j'échange pour Talban. Terrible. Beaucoup.
Devant la canne,
Oui.
trop dur.
The vibration of the can, hein? Yeah.
Vent du nord.
Yeah. Terrible. And here it's sud-est, so jeudi je pêche avec le dos sur mon, le vent sur mon dos, pêche la même place, un peu de 7 cap. Because the can is sans couleur, so but it's belle pour petit garons, petit thons. But the moment beaucoup rectangle dans octobre, novembre, terrible pêche. Ah, that was pas dans the bush, it's à la côte.
C'est 3 mois. Pas rester longtemps. Bientôt partir.
Partir?
Bon, 1 heure. Après.
1 heure? Okay. Yeah, we trip well. Au revoir, bonne chance. He's packing up. He's been here when this wind's killing him off, so he's had the dreaded sea, I think. But yeah, it's in the factories here. It just goes round and round and round. It never goes away. But my neighbours are always coughing. They're always coughing. The whole of the village is always coughing. No, I'm not going to pack up because it's windy. No, that won't get rid of me. These little buggers will get rid of me, but no. Try and get some maggots out there. See, they're stripping it. Size 20. I've got some pinkies. Might have to go on to them. I bought them when I was in town the other day. God, Lord Almighty. Ah, another one. Right, they don't even get to the hook. Right, I'm going back out on the 3mm. At least I can get them in the mouth. That's the benefit of a 3mm compared to a maggot. It's like fishing the smallest bread punch. You know, that compared to a maggot, brilliant. I know James has them as ground bait, but I don't know if he's ever fished with them. I don't think he fishes with them on the hook. I think he goes 5mm or 10mm, I think. I said that actually was a proper bite. It slid under. So that's good to see. Another run. What you got to hope is that you can feed enough rud off. Yeah, good luck with that. And then you might get into one of the boats. Well, we lost a nice roach earlier, didn't we? So that was a shame, and that was a better roach just then. But I think that was hooked on the side again. Too many fish, too many foul hooks. Oh, somebody else turning. Oh, Bruno is fishing post 1. You're going to have to fish better than this if you want 156 fish again. Oh, we're definitely getting bites. Oh, felt that. Anchovies. That's what I'm fishing for. If it goes quiet like this, it means something else has come along. There's no way there aren't a million fish down there trying to eat that bait. Unless there's a carp in the swim. Mind you, Esox could be there, couldn't it? I'm just checking to make sure I still have bait. Well, that's another thing. That bait's still on. Every year they put trout in here as well, so you've got a good chance of getting a trout. I mean, it's only been open a month. There's no way they've caught all the trout. Well, I'm wearing my wind stopper, but I tell you now, it's not stopping the wind. They had the bait that time, I didn't see the bite. So what I'm going to do is come up a little bit so that the hook bait is just off the bottom. Means I'll have to control the float more. Right, I'm going to put another maggot on. And the only reason that is it stays on the hook a little bit better. If you want your bait to stay on a bit better, just leave them open for a little bit. So I normally leave my pot like that, but with the micros I generally put the lid on top, but I shouldn't. There we go. I said there was something better in the swim, didn't I? I said there was something better in the swim. There we go. We're going to play follow the elastic now. That's bigger than a tench. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get it gone quiet. Single maggot. You can't see, can you? I think it's a tench. Oh, it is a tench. Third one of the day. And I tell you what, these male ones, if that was a female, she'd be £5. A male one, so small, and yet they fight the same. He's got a, no, it's a tiny tench. Tiny tench. Tiny tench. Right. Let me just put that in there a minute. Right, I'll just show you this tiny tench. It's a male, trying to wrap himself around my hand. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. There you go, mate. Lovely. But, no. You go in this way. Alright, 3 tench. Now, tench don't come on their own, so there's a few more down there. Now, I lost those fish on Thursday because I kept trying to ship back to the top section and pull the elastic with the bung. Not the best idea, because every time I put pressure on the short section of the pole, she'd pull the hook. So this time I'm playing it continental, single maggot. See how it goes. God, another throw. And back to the rod. Take the bigger fish out, the little fish come back. Right there, if it goes quiet, something has moved in. That was absolutely tiny. Unfortunately, that is a lot of what happens nowadays. It's either that or come midsummer, it's all catfish. All possum shats. And last year, see? Oh boy. Last year I removed something like 300 possum shats, and that will not even touch their numbers here. They are just inundated with possum sharks. That's the North American black bullhead catfish. And somebody once thought it was a good idea to put them in here, in France, and now they're everywhere. It's like a crayfish. They are everywhere as well, single crayfish. Bonjour. 3 tonnes, une petite gardon. Yeah. Maximum taille 1 kilo en tonnes, but oui. Et j'échange pour Taliban avec Solastico et beaucoup rotango. Non, beaucoup rotango. Dans novembre, introduction 100 kilos gardons. Un beaucoup le gardon est rotango comme ça. So it's 1000 rotango. C'est terrible. Difficile pour passer le petit comme ça. And sur le fond, there's le thon, le brème, le carp, but no interception. So, beaucoup. Le ventre. Oui. Il change dans la nuit. So, change sud pour nord. Jeudi, j'ai fait la même place. Vent sur mon dos avec le parapluie. Ah, tranquille. Disregard. Un petit poisson, beaucoup. Lots of small fish. Oui, jeudi, j'ai perdu 7 beaucoup grands poissons. Aussi 60 plus gardons comme ça. So, yeah. But le temps, jeudi, tout different aujourd'hui. So, aujourd'hui, possibilité pour brème. But aujourd'hui, j'ai pêché friture. Non, j'ai pêché pour thon. Je pêche pour thon, but beaucoup friture. Place de fil en ligne et beaucoup rotango. Monte sur la surface. Just keep laying on for them. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Bon weekend. Yeah, if you lay on, you got no hope. You just got to hope it'll go straight to the bottom. You can bypass them then, but even then, it doesn't work. You just got to hope. If you lay on like this, before it's 6 inches under, it'll be taken. You just wait to see the bite now. See, on the surface like that. See, and it wasn't the bite that was showing me. It was the way the float was pointing. There's no actual. Never went under. That's not bad. That's not bad compared to some of the sizes we were catching. I mean, they were literally blades, you know, pocket knife blades. But you do get one or two as big as your hand, so that's always nice. If you can get 2 or 3 rudd that sort of size and roach, I'm quite happy. But while you're doing this all the time, it's just constant, a lot of work for nothing, if you know what I mean. But we've had 3 tench now, and if I keep this up for the next 2 hours, probably put 100 fish in the net, that size, compared to 100 fish, 2 or 3 ounces. A lot of work. And of course there is the other option, is go out on the feeder. But you got the same problem. I was catching rudd on the bottom on the feeder. That was their better brethren, as you would say, but yeah. I'm still feeding fjuka, I'm still feeding 2 mils, 3 mils, not 2 mils, 2 mils, 3 mils. And this is the pot I did the other day. And I put a bit of yellow dye in. Well, I just take a pinch, 3 or 4. Put it out there. And I've also got neons, but I don't loose feed neons, I just use them as a hook bait for a change. Come summer, when you're hoping for a windy day, to try and, cool down a bit. Normally if you get a windy day, you can be sure you're going to get a thunderstorm. See, there's a lovely little rod. Keep still, let's have you off. Been touching fjuka. I don't smoke, that's just the colour, yellow fjuka colour. Just by taking them out of the pot. Oh, felt that. That was on the way down again. There is a rather large sedge fly crawling up the camera. They always seem to go in my clothes or in my bag, or hiding in something. You think, why are you hiding in there? That's a better one. Can't believe I'm saying it's a better rod. Oh Lord. Right, let's try another 3 mil. I've had a bit more air time. They go hard with lots of air time, so I might stay on the hook a little bit longer. There's another French person coming to talk to me. Not going to sound popular. Not, by the way, Andy May says it. I'm not common. Something not right now. What's going on? Not taken on the way down. Ah, there's your blondie. I wonder where your dog was. Got more chance of getting the bottom of this. That's good news. Well, there's a rub just top. Bonjour, madame. I think there's something larger down there again. I find it hard to believe there's nothing down there. Oh, there's a dinkle, little dink. Could have been a peck. Got to keep them feeding, so. Oh, oh, it almost felt warm for a second. Mind you, I am in the shade of the tree. There we go. I told you there's something bigger in there again, didn't I? Oh, that is motoring. Whoa, that could be a carp. Why am I shipping? There is nothing I can ship. I have to play it on the whole of the pole. Just let it tire itself out. Whoa. There is a tree to my right with lots and lots of roots. So I'm just going to hold it out there and let it play itself. Now the maximum line for this is £5, so for this elastic. Just got to sit like this for a minute, haven't we? Should really put you back there a bit. Is that possible? Missed that message. Now I've got to go, while it's playing itself out, I'm just on the pole like this. Hi everyone. Who said that? Hello. I can't read it. The sunlight is so bright. Can't read nothing. While I try and land this fish. Can you see that better now? Yeah. Honest, that's not me. Just my coat. I haven't sprouted appendages. This is a good fish, whatever it is. Just going to give it all the time in the world. I'll let you do the singing. This would be nice for a holiday rod, but I don't know if I can get on with this not having a puller. I mean, back in the day, God blimey, you used to buy like 7 and 8 metre poles, take apart, see the float. Uh-oh, we put too much pressure on him. Sorry, Andy. Lifted up, didn't I? Should have kept my polo. Oh, Lord. No, come away from the tree. Come away from the tree. Oh. No, don't lift the pole up. Keep it low. Stupid boy. No, we've almost got him to us now. Ah, pull down, pull down, pull down. Got a nice bend in it, actually. Could this be the biggest fish on this pole? I think I've only fished with it 3 times. Let's hope so. You see that, James? Can you see the bend in the rod, mate? Oh boy! Oi, 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 oi! Oi! Come back! No! No! Ah, look, there we go. It pulled. That's my fault for saying, is this the biggest fish? Yeah, it's the biggest fish we've lost. Line snaps. There we go. That's what you get for using size 20s and catching big fish. Ah, well. First one lost of the day. That was probably a carp. The way it kept pulling like that. Alright, here we go again. Put some more bait down the edge and we'll try again. Oh, you can't see the crying. Well, I'm glad I'm using them hooks. That'll rust out in no time. Right, I've got to look at this. Which is which? The worst part is now I have to put a new rig on, a new hook on. But there's something worse than that. I have to put a new split shot on. That could take all day. I've got to get some of them little pliers. Mr. Sedgwick, you get out of my cup. Thank you. I haven't drunk and I haven't eaten yet. Right, let's get the hook links. Right. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah, I've been very naughty. I've been very, very naughty. The bottom of my bag is full of hook links. These hook links. I'll be very naughty. Right, 3 inch hair, 3 inch hair, 3 inch hair. No, I don't want a 3 inch hair. I've got another question. Why are you loose running around the bottom of my box? That's 5.5, that's 4.5, that's a size 18, 30 centimetre float. Perfect. Alright, now these are MXB1s, size 18s. I'd like to say I bought them on the spool, but unfortunately I had to tie them all myself, so because I'm a tart for having loads of hooks in my box for some reason. I just love having loads of different hooks. Some 150 different hooks packets. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, yeah, it used to be the same back in the day with camasan. You'd have every type of camasan, apart from spade ends. Never use them. Try not to put that in your mouth. Never do this at home, children. Get a supervised an adult to supervise you when you're putting on your new hooks. Don't stick them in your gob. Right, there we go. Now for the hard bit. Split shot. Oh yay. Because it's a very small size, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can do this a bit more organised, because now it's starting to look like the bargain bin in a fishing tackle shop. Right, I'm having to put the old glasses on. Hang on a second. I am facing the wrong way here. Oh, hey up. Split shot everywhere. God, it's windy. Right, let's see if I can find the split on the split shot. Ah, dropped it. Right, I thought that would take me a lot longer. Only dropped one, so that's pretty good. Oh boy, that wind's got stiff. Sebastian's packed up, he's going to go home. So whatever that fish was took fjuka. Hang on, back here's got stuck. Ah, hate that. Right, so this is a size 18 micro barb, strong forged, 4.5 pound line to, I think this is 6 pound line. So by rights this will always snap, not the main line. Right, let's get rid of this off my nose. Right, let's go down there again. I think I may have to plummet, because I don't think I'm on the bottom anymore. But we'll see what we get on the way down. Well, it's working. Oh, there's a bite. That was a bite. Right, let's put another little ball of ground bait out there. Keep interested, whatever's visiting. I can tell just by my eye that's got to go up. That float needs to move up at least a float. I can tell that just by looking. This is now a very short rig. Well, it's on the bottom now anyway. You can tell that. The way it's reacting against the bottom. Won't be long before it's going to snag. Come on out, work. Ever tried to do this one-handed? Right, let's put you down there a minute. Get rid of that. Not that it's going to do much good, but we'll try that. My God, it's cold. And very, very, very windy. Right, nothing has taken that bait. Which tells me there's still something large down there. All this, whatever that was. Sorry, James, missed that, mate. Oh, James. You can't even read that.